The main event finally started when the lady herself walked on stage in her immaculate designer outfit, looking like an aging film star with accompanying makeup. Joan boasted that, unlike many similar conferences, the event was free, before ironically announcing that a love offering was about to be lifted. Interesting how one's free will can be manipulated, I pondered, looking around at my fellow victims. In Crowns, we used to do the offering thing at the end of our services, when everyone was on a spiritual high. There and then I decided to reject any further financial manipulation by the slick American saleswoman. However, I wasn't prepared for what happened next. As the dutifully sombre ushers began to pass the offering plate along our row, the voice firmly whispered, "Put a £20 note into the plate." Before I knew it, my right hand, seemingly with a mind of its own, entered my wallet, bringing out the designated note. In it gently dropped. I was watching my unwilling act of generosity like a movie in slow motion, an out-of-body experience without the long, dark tunnel and the welcoming light. Once all the cash was safely spirited away, the 5-piece band started the charismatic worship that I'd been familiar with since my teenage years. Hands shot up all around me, but not mine. My arms were firmly folded and my eyes tightly shut, signifying my stubborn reluctance to be manipulated any further. However, halfway through the now soulful singing, I couldn't believe my eyes. In my previous incarnation as a prophet-seer, I'd visually received information from God in picture or vision form, an interpretation of which would be spoken out to those present. I hadn't had one of these visions for at least 16 years. Suddenly I saw this scene in my mind's eye. I was climbing a wooden ladder with a large heavy rucksack on my back. "Dylan, let it go," the voice gently instructed me. As I responded to the vision, I saw the rucksack fall away. "The rucksack is Zach. I'll take care of him." I tentatively opened my eyes in a state of shock. Everyone else seemed to be merrily singing away, clearly oblivious to my inner experience. That's enough for one night, I concluded, as I cautiously sat down, but I was mistaken. Joan finally got to her feet and started into the kind of highly motivational messages that she was renowned for. I wasn't listening though, for the words and vision were still resonating within my stunned consciousness. Suddenly my ears picked up as her husky tones delivered the following line. "You know, in life, some people are climbing the wrong ladders." I felt punch drunk. Someone up there had given me the old 1-2 knockout blow. "No more," I quietly pleaded. But he still wasn't finished. As the meeting came to an end, Joan asked the worship band to play a few more numbers. This was a well-known evangelical ploy to soften people up for the altar call, the often manipulative request for sinners to come to Christ. Surprising myself, I opened the palms of my hands, lifting my arms a little, just a little. As I closed my now weary eyes, there flooded in another vision, and a strange one at that. I was internally staring at the scrubbed-up and gloved arms of a surgeon, slowly coming towards me. As they reached my body, they didn't stop, but gently passed into my chest cavity. At this point I felt a tear form in my eye. A few others followed, and then the vision was gone. On the way out of the rapidly emptying auditorium, Zan graciously held my hand. She was totally oblivious to all that had happened to me during the past hour and a half. "I'm sure you hated that," she whispered, trying to reassure me, after my brush with the sacredly slick showgirl. "Well," I replied, "you're not going to believe this, but something very strange has just happened to me." Our car journey home was sombre but peaceful. Zan finally came clean, informing me that her little group of Christian friends had been praying for me over the last month or so. My old anti-religious bias tried to raise its cocky head, but it lacked the energy to resist. Its days had just come to an unexpectedly abrupt end. I'd well and truly been visited by an intelligence outside the normal boundaries of space-time. What would old Albert Einstein have made of it?